process for me was an easy experience. It came at a time where I wasn't ready to share that information with people. I was still trying to come to grips with it. It was very scary. I didn't know exactly what was going to happen. I didn't want to face possible discrimination from my friends and family. I remember feeling very ashamed, very worried about the future. But I found that as I was going through that process, my friends and family were very supportive of me. They loved me. They wanted me to succeed in every aspect of life.
So if I could go back and tell my younger self anything about what it would be like once I was out, I would tell myself that I'm going to be so much more happy and healthy, and it's going to make me a better teammate, a better person, a better family member, just a better member of society to live my whole self, my authentic self. And I would also tell my younger self that it's going to help so many people to see a role model like me, to see someone who is unapologetic and who wears their hair how they want. And it's going to affect, boys and girls alike, young ages and older people who've, been in the closet for years, who have come out, who've been married, that they're going to see someone like themselves playing in the WNBA, and that's going to make their life that much easier, that much better, that much more comfortable. So being out has also shaped my career for positive. It's given me so many opportunities, speaking engagements, to meet random, amazing new people, and it's just helped me make a difference in the world. And I've been able to craft my brand around being an out athlete, and I acknowledge that's not something we've always been able to do. There are a lot of athletes who's come before me who have come out, or tried to come out, or wanted to come out, and things haven't gone nearly as well. But I think we are living in a time, although we have a long way to go, where athletes can be out and they can make a name for themselves, and they can still be successful in the workforce and in the world now, building on the fact that they're out.
Hi guys, Mason Darrow here from Princeton Football. I just wanted to chime in and give my 2 cents on this. Being out to me has been a huge turning point in my life. I feel like it's really affected the quality of my relationships. Now that I'm not hiding this one aspect of my identity, it's allowed me to be more genuine and more upfront in my relationships with people, whether that be, friends, teammates, parents. I just feel that, not being my true self and not hiding this aspect has really allowed me to open up to people better and really made my relationships with people that much better. I've certainly been more self-confident since I came out. That constant feeling of worrying of being discovered is gone, and that's been huge for me. So I'm certainly much more confident just living my life and being my true self and being happy with it. So I think it's made me a better teammate because it's made me a better teammate. It's made me a better friend. I'm more honest and upfront with people. I'm not hiding this aspect of myself. I'm not worried about people finding out this aspect of myself. So I think that's been the biggest game changer for me. And I'm very happy that I was able to tell my story. Hopefully, someone out there can learn from it. And just it goes to show that gay people can play football, gay people can play athletes, and it doesn't need to be an issue. My teammates have certainly been wonderful. My coaching staff's been wonderful. So I have no regrets on my whole process of coming out.
So it was around 2009 when I finally came out and told my mom that I was actually gay. It all started when I let my girlfriend at the time use the iPod that she had got me for Christmas, and I had got in trouble at school that day, and her punishment was to take the iPod from me, but I didn't have it, so she told me to call my girlfriend up and pretty much bring the iPod to the house because she didn't want me letting nobody use it anyway. And so when my girlfriend at the time got to the house, she looked at her and she looked at me, and she was like, thank you, and see you later, pretty much. And so she was like, Imani, come here, sit down, we need to talk. And I was just like, oh Lord, I know what this is about. And so she asked me, she was like, Imani, do you like girls? And I just broke down in tears. I was like, no, why would you ask me that? I'm not gay, and blah, blah, blah. And she was pretty much like, Imani, stop being dramatic, calm down, wipe your tears. And she said, don't lie to me, I'm your mother, I know when, she knows everything. She asked me again, she said, Imani, do you like women? I just broke down. I just said, yes, I do. I love women. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. And she was like, pretty much my mom was very accepting to it. She said, it doesn't matter what my choice is, as long as it's a good choice and the person is there for me to raise and uplift me and, you know, just make me a better person and stuff. So she was just really accepting of it, and I really appreciate her for that. And yep, that is my story.
I myself believe the best way of living is living your true, authentic self. It's still a struggle now for a lot of high school athletes, middle school, college, even professional athletes to come out and be themselves. And my advice to you all is, take your time. Do what you feel is right, do what you're comfortable with. But back in 2014, when I became the first openly gay basketball player in college basketball, it changed my life. I'm living my life much more happier now. I'm 24 years old. I didn't want to wait till I was 30, 40 years old to finally come out and be myself. So.
Hi, my name is Lauren Knighty, and I've been an out athlete since my junior year of college when I transferred to swim in Arizona. It's really hard to put into words what being out means to me, but I sometimes describe it as just giving myself a chance to be happy wherever I go. People who have really known me for a while know how much I struggled as a gay athlete before I went to Arizona. It hurts to care about people who aren't accepting of you, and as someone who really cares deeply about other people, it was devastating to me when I was treated like I didn't deserve to be a part of a team, or like people were better off without me. It wasn't until I took a risk and moved to a new place to give myself a chance with some new people that I really started to feel comfortable and happy, and that was in Tucson.
All right, so what being out means first, being out means visibility, and I think all of us who have done it kind of understand that that's the most effective vehicle for change. Until we're all able to be out and be visible, I don't think we can ever have a lasting impact on changing, the inequalities built into our society and our culture. Being able to kind of go out and talk to people about things and raise awareness and educate people is great and all, but until, people can just get right down to it and come out and be themselves, I don't think things will ever change the way they need to change. Just getting to know somebody who's out, feeling what it's like to be around them, I think that is the most powerful form of education. So visibility is obviously first and foremost what I think being out means and what's important about being out. It will eliminate people's ability to marginalize the community. You'll get a feel for people and how powerful it is and how effective, how it can affect people and how effective it is for change. So I think being out means visibility first and foremost. It means conquering fear. Every person goes through battles with fear, with many different things. I think, being able to conquer that and learning ways to kind of attack your fears and be comfortable being uncomfortable, and approach it aggressively and not passively, and not wait and be afraid of it instead of facing it head on and conquering it. I think that is an important part of being out, and it helps you learn to approach other things that you fear in life. I think, if you can kind of go through this struggle and come out better in the end, nothing will really be harder than this. You'll go through many things in life, but you're going to fear a lot of things, but being out certainly helps in that process of conquering your fears, and there's a tremendous amount of strength at the end of that. So I think you kind of learn that, and I think that's an important part of the process. I think it means being an active member of the collective community in general. And I think it's like being a part of a team as a guy in sports. I think there's nothing better than being a part of a team, and once you're out, you kind of feel a part of it, whether you're actively, an advocate, or you're just kind of out and being yourself in your own community. There's still that sense of, teamwork and camaraderie that comes with being a part of the community. That's very special. I know I've had a chance to meet so many different people because of coming out, and people will reach out, and you'll find this tremendous support group of people that all want the same things as you, which is kind of the ultimate team in this deal. So I think that's a great part of being out and what that means. And most importantly, I think, is you become a beacon for the other people who, are still struggling and can't kind of find the strength they need to do it for themselves, and being able to be visible and have people see that, your process went well and that, you're still doing well, and they can kind of track you and reach out to you if they have to, or, just kind of view you from afar, I think is a very, very important part of this. That's what I take the most pride in, I think, is, being able to be somebody that I would have wanted to be for myself back when I was a teenager going through and really struggling. So that's certainly what being out means to me, and what's probably most important to being out to me. How being out affected me over the past year, I think, there are so many different habits.
Hi, my name is Jason Collins, and I'm a retired NBA basketball player. In 2014, while playing with the Brooklyn Nets, I made history as becoming the first openly gay male basketball player to play in the NBA. My life has been exponentially better since coming out. I'm very lucky to have the support of my friends, my family, the NBA, by many teammates and coaches from the past. Life as an athlete is going to be filled with ups and downs. You're going to have injuries, you're going to have adversity, you're going to have setbacks. But it was really cool to see, after I made my announcement in the spring of 2013, all the support that I received. Even getting a call from President Obama, Oprah Winfrey, Ellen DeGeneres, the list goes on and on, to Doc Rivers, to our NBA commissioner, to former teammates. What would I tell myself younger? Just, I wish I would have made the decision earlier in my life to come out. I know that, I wasn't on that path, and we're all on our, separate paths of discovery and coming to acceptance. And for a long time, I knew that I was gay, but it took me a long time to accept that I was gay.
Thank God I'm gay. I say that literally every single day of my life. Something comes across my computer or my calendar, or I get to sit down with somebody for coffee or dinner, and I say to myself after the experience, thank God I'm gay. Because without being gay, I would not be the person I am today, and I would not have been able to do the incredible things I've been able to do all of my life. I've been to the Super Bowl and watched the New England Patriots win the Super Bowl, my favorite team, because I'm gay. I've been to the White House and met President Obama because I'm gay. Being gay has been the best thing that ever happened to me. And every day I say, thank God I'm gay. But I could have never convinced my 16-year-old self of that. My 16-year-old self was so scared of what it would mean to be gay that I told myself I could never come out. I was filled with self-hatred because of my religion. I was very, very Christian at the time. I was in sports, and I heard anti-gay things in sports. In sports, supposed to be these big masculine men. Being gay is supposedly the complete opposite of that. You could have never convinced me that being gay would be the best part of my life. But it has been. Once it got past coming out was the toughest part of being gay. The absolute toughest part. It's like being gay is two halves of your life. It's the journey to coming out, which is filled with some happiness and so much struggle. But once I came out, I didn't get a negative reaction from virtually anyone in my life. And this was a few years ago, before society had changed to where it is today.
And since then, I've been much better off. I don't have to hide who I am anymore. I'm very free, and from a personal stance, I don't have to worry about acting a certain way with this person to please them or trying to hide the fact that I am gay. I celebrate it and I own it now, and I'm just so much more happier than I was 2 years ago.
And, you know, I think that times are changing, and people will be accepting if you show your true self. Thanks, guys.
16, and I'm happily engaged to my fiance, Aliva Simpson, and planning to have a great life with her when we get married. And, you know, everything is just looking up right now. So, thank you.
Don't waste time. Do what you feel is right and do what you're happy about and live with it. I'm happy right now. I have no regrets in anything in life right now. I mean, this is what I feel was the best decision for me, and I couldn't be any happier.
If I could go back, I would just tell my younger self to put my own feelings first and hold out for the right people who would have accepted me for who I was. Once I stopped worrying about who I was supposed to be in order to make everybody else happy, I was able to think about my own life and future, and that's really been everything.
You shouldn't spend a day of your life worried about living for anybody but yourself first. You know, I think it's important to live for others and develop those relationships and be a selfless person, but it starts with yourself first. You gotta love yourself and make sure that everything you do and your decision making and your actions are for your best interest first. You know, you owe that to yourself, and you owe that to everybody in your life. You owe that to your family, your friends. You owe that to everyone. So make sure you're living your life for you first and foremost. I think that's most important.
Continue to live your authentic life and know that there are people in the world that support you and love you for who you are. And continue to compete as an athlete. There's no substitute for hard work. And there's the physical side of, you know, the training, the drills, the repetition, but also the mental side, which is equally as important, is keeping that focus, that concentration, staying positive, knowing that an opportunity and good things will happen as long as you continue to put in the hard work. So good luck.
So I wish I could go back and tell my 16-year-old self that eventually you will thank God that you're gay, because every single day of my life is better because I'm gay.